Heated exchange happening in Parliament once again yesterday. Seeing our president being a little bit cross there, telling John Steenhuisen to shut up. This is interesting. That's Parliament, I suppose. All right, now let's tackle what's happening in the DA. Yesterday, reaction to the Democratic Alliance's dismissal of Patricia de Lille continued well into the night. Social media was abuzz, with most commentary citing that the announcement by the party's federal executive didn't come as much of a surprise. De Lille has since responded with her intentions to challenge the termination of her membership and, by default, her mayorship in court this coming Friday. Patricia de Lille joins us now. She is in our Cape Town studios. I'm so glad you made it. Good to see you. Thank you very, very much for coming here on Morning Live.
Good morning, Leanne.
It's tough to address...
Good morning to you too.
It's tough to address you now. How do I address you? It used to be Mayor de Lille. What do I call you now?
I always used to have the name Patricia de Lille. The mayor was an addition to that. So you can call me whatever suits you, Leanne.
Okay, I'll keep it Patricia then, just for this particular interview until further notice. How are you feeling this morning? I mean, it was a big day yesterday. A lot happened. There were so many press conferences going on, lots of reaction. What is your first sentiments this morning?
You know, when I wake up every morning and I say my prayers, I always say, you know, deep down in my heart, I will not allow anybody to mess up my country. I love South Africa. I love the people of this country. And I love fairness and justice because my life has been always being surrounded, and it's always been about making sure that we attain our freedom in this country. And I always spoke truth to power in the previous regime, and I continue to do so with the new one. So to me, it's a way of life, and I'm always happy in the morning that I could see and open my eyes and see another day. Yeah. So I'm fine, Leanne.
Okay, and we know that about you. You're a very strong individual, a seasoned politician. However, let's go back to, and I'll talk about the radio interview now because this is at the root of everything, and then we can try and address other issues alongside it. When you said in the interview on 702 with Eusebius McKaiser, which we have been playing in our news bulletin, everybody's been replaying it, that once you've cleared your name, you would resign and leave the party, leave the mayoralship. Do you regret saying that? And is what we're hearing and what the reasoning behind the DA for dismissing you, is it fair? Is that what you meant?
No, I don't regret anything. I'm a strong believer in the separation of powers and the independence of the judiciary. And when there is a different interpretation of a specific clause, and then you always turn to the courts to advise and rule on what is the right interpretation. I said very clearly when I was asked by Eusebius, will you resign? After you've cleared your name, I said, I will walk away. I did say that. And the debate was about, and the fight with the DA is always about removing me as the mayor. It was never about termination of membership. In fact, in that same week when I alleged to have said all of the things that is now interpreted the DA way, the DA offered me again to a seat in Parliament. So it was never about a termination of membership. But I think I'm happy that the court will make a ruling, and then this matter can be settled there.
Yeah. So just to clarify this, during the interview, you were saying, or your interpretation is that you would walk away from the mayoral position, not as a member of the DA. That was never your intention.
Yeah. Well, I exactly, because the debate was about the mayor. I know what the constitution of the DA is saying. And you know what? When this latest charge came to me late Thursday afternoon last week, I knew it was just another attempt. Because the first attempt was to charge me disciplinary. And that has not been concluded. That is being parked now. Then a special clause was designed, the recall clause, that was also applied to me. That is being parked now. And then they found this one, which they thought, oh, this is the best way to get her out and quicker. So in the meantime, I've not cleared my name because I've been denied an opportunity through all of these processes that are parked now by the Democratic Alliance. And that has been my struggle all along, is to say, I'm prepared to subject myself to a due process, just create the opportunity where I can do so. But what happened, DA members has continuously smeared my name, put out a whole lot of allegations out there, untested allegations, not specified, and they continue to do so. The latest one is the one with the Auditor General, where 2 members of Parliament actually circulated that post. So, Leanne, it is about clearing my name. It is about my reputation, that I've worked hard. I've been a politician for more than 40 years, and no one has ever accused me of corruption. And Natasha Mazzoni and and her ilk must come with the evidence of any corruption against me. And I've challenged them before.
I'll get into some of the reasons that have come out. We've seen the DA have now officially released some of the reasons behind the charges against you and what's going on. But I mean, from your perspective, I'll let you answer this. We'll take a break and then come back to the interview. From your perspective, you are still saying that the DA does not have enough evidence to charge you, and this is almost just being given to them on a golden platter, that they are now able to dismiss you without having to go the charge route because they would never have won it that way.
You know, by putting again out the same allegations, it just shows you the kind of people that you are dealing with. They claim to be constitutionalists. They claim that we are all equal before the law. And by just putting out these unattested allegations, they now believe that the public of South Africa must believe it. No, it doesn't work like that. It could have worked like that during apartheid years, when they put you in jail for 60 days or 90 days without a fair trial. Today, we've got a constitution that says natural justice. But that is when you have not fought for these rights. That is when people who are enjoying these rights today didn't struggle for those rights. And they think they can still abuse those rights of people in South Africa. I will not allow anybody to violate my rights. So let them put out all of these allegations. Ask them to bring the evidence. They can't produce a stitch of evidence, Leanne. They can only produce allegations.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a break. We want to talk about these allegations. They're in black and white. These are the allegations against you, and we'll talk about those and perhaps get your response to some of them. Stay tuned. We'll be back with Patricia de Lille after the break.